Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more CSGO news, and in breaking CSGO news out there, actually according to two articles linked down below by TechCrunch as well as Unicorn, some huge news out there for at least the Chinese portion of CSGO, which is also a large portion of our player base and our viewership. And for the future of Chinese CSGO, currently ran by Perfect World, we have no idea whether it will actually remain a thing in general. If you guys have not heard about this, apparently China is cracking down on a few things out there, gambling being one of them. I'll touch on gambling some other day, but also blood and corpses being other ones which they are not allowing, or apparently not going to allow in their future games, which does include, of course, ran by Perfect World over in China, the game of CSGO, which, as all of us know, involve a lot of blood and a lot of corpses. And so these articles do state and kind of ensue as well that it's very, very strict. Once these policies are actually in order and these games do not abide by these rules, Perfect World would be forced to shut down CSGO unless they can actually come up with fixes for this game. Of course, taking all of those out of there, we've already seen brand new weapons for China that have kind of depicted skulls and so on and so forth, of the imagery they can't actually show over there in China. But taking out blood and taking out corpses altogether, not only would it be, obviously with Perfect World, you know, have enough sort of ownership over there to probably do it, they probably would have some sort of solution over there in order to actually do this, but how in touch would also affect the game overall is really a bigger question out there, and how it also affect viewership if the Chinese viewer base can't watch main streams anymore because they're streaming the other version of CSGO, which the entire world does play besides China. Would that viewership drop off the face of the earth? Would they only be able to watch Chinese streams? I have no idea of those repercussions so far. It does seem that sometime very soon, once these policies go into place, that China will be banning CSGO under Perfect World's reign unless they can actually abide by these new rules and take out blood, take out gore, and take out corpses of a very bloody, corpse-filled, gory game. So very curious, of course, what you guys think about this. I will link those articles down below. Again, these policies will be enacted probably, you know, shortly, but that could mean months. That could be mean extended a period of time. But yes, Perfect World will be forced to apparently abide by these rules, and it's going to affect much more than these games, guys. Overwatch included, other games, many, of course, well-known names out there, PUBG as well, will be affected under this Chinese policy if it does go through, which seemingly, according to these articles, it will be. You guys can leave your comments down below, because if this does happen, it certainly would spell some sort of trouble for CSGO. Yes, it would not be, of course, the killing blow, but it certainly would not help the scene and its future over there. So just crazy news. I cannot believe it. I thought the skins were enough, and now they want us to take out blood of a shooting game. But either way, other small updates out there. I am super excited for tomorrow. If you guys do not know, well, you probably wouldn't know until I tell you. I'm gonna have a special video for tomorrow, guys, breaking down all the teams out there who have seen great falls in the rankings, great falls overall as well. If you guys want to comment down below teams you think that have actually might have had a pretty big fall over the past 2 years or so of CSGO, feel free to comment down below, whether it's LDLC, Cloud9, Optic, maybe MIBR for some of you out there, Space Soldiers. I've already been thinking of a bit of a list because it's going to be a very fun episode where we break down what the team's accomplishments were, and then when the fall happened and what they have done ever since their fall. And speaking of two teams out there I did not mention on that list, a quick little sneak peek for all of you, that being All Around Virtus Pro and All Around formerly Gambit Gaming. Are they Gambit Esports now? If you guys were following that team very closely a couple weeks ago, about a week and a half ago, they announced an academy roster known as Gambit Youngsters, and already after one single event, they made the main stage at Copenhagen Games. There they went 0-3, and that was enough though to surpass Gambit in the Russian rankings. Yes, a former major winner in Gambit is now ranked below their own academy team. I don't know why I said academy in 3 syllables. Either way, though, on top of that, you know, ForZe is now #1 after their run as well. If you guys actually did watch Copenhagen Games, they take their seat there, their victory there as well. I would say pretty impressively over Sprout. We already broke that down on yesterday's episode. So ForZe is now the #1 Russian team. You know, the French haters themselves have now made it to the top of Russia, and behind them, Gambit Youngsters. And behind Gambit Youngsters, we now have Gambit, the main roster. So pretty incredible to see the fall of that major team. I will talk about them some more tomorrow. And speaking of #7, Gambit now ranked #7 in Russia. We have the formerly #7 Polish team moving up 2 spots to #5 in Poland, Virtus Pro. Pretty incredible. It actually only took a few results to move them up from #7 to #5. As you can imagine, when you get down those rankings, the disparity between those teams is very, very tiny. So any results out there can actually move you a bit forward. They actually had 2, I think, like a 5th, 6th place finish at a Vulcan Bet Invitational, and I think it was actually a 7th place finish at Charleroi, or Charleroi, how I pronounce it. A 7th place finish one place from last place, and they move up in the rankings here to number 5 in Poland, which is just pretty crazy as well for a fall of a team, right? Virtus Pro, the once legacy team out there, is now number 5 in Poland. So anyway, super excited for that video. If you guys want to comment down below teams, I'm going to try and maybe make it like 10 teams who have seen huge falls. I think we can actually make it pretty close to 10. If you guys want to help out, leave a comment down below. I'm just like, I'm super excited. It should be a very fun episode. So make sure to come back tomorrow, please. Like, I'm begging you. And very lastly, in the short episode of CSGO News, although this first story was freaking crazy, I like, what if this actually goes through? What are we gonna do? Are we like, is CS, I don't know. Anyway, bouncing off that, guys, very lastly, CS Summit 4 has been announced with some great teams out there. Another event out there I'm very excited every year to actually see. And what's a CS Summit event without Steel also being there, guys? The teams as well, NRG, Vitality, Ghost, Renegades, Liquid, and ENCE will all be there together. And I would say, of all the lineups we've seen so far, in terms of diversity, this is one of the better events I've seen for CS Summit. And again, like I said, just a few seconds ago, what is a CS Summit event without Steel being there? We see him nearly every year, so great to see him back once again for CS Summit 4. A pretty decent prize pool as well, almost as much as Blast Pro Series. But anyway, hope you guys all have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night. Thank you all for stopping by and watching as always. Please leave your thoughts down below. I will try my best to reply to as many comments today as per usual. So hope you guys all enjoy. Thank you very much for watching once again. My name is Jake. I'll see you back here tomorrow for a super exciting episode. And until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.